Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. As always, here on Bears Now, getting you ready for NFL Week 9, Bears versus Titans. A couple of desperate teams, as both of these playoff contending teams have lost 2 games in a row. Obviously, for Chicago, it's been the offense that's been the problem. Played a little bit better against the Saints on Sunday, but the offense has not been able to find consistency. And for Tennessee, really, the offense has been great. The defense is what's been let them down over the past couple of weeks, and really the last 3 or 4 weeks, as the offense has had to outscore opponents in recent memory. But both of these teams have a chance to be playoff teams in 2020. This Week 9 matchup will go a long way for whoever wins this game. So before we get into some more analysis of this matchup, who do you got? Who are you picking to win this game? It'll be in Nashville, on the road for Chicago. Type CHI for the Bears. Type TEN for the Tennessee Titans. Stay tuned for my official pick at the end of the video, but go ahead and get your votes in, CHI or TEN. You look at the past 5 weeks for the Chicago Bears, obviously 2 straight losses. These 5 games have been all Nick Foles starts, and he's 2-3. Tough loss in overtime to the Saints. Blowout loss at the Rams. Couple of good wins against Carolina and Tampa Bay. And then in Foles' first start, obviously, did not get it done against the Colts. So 2-3 over the past 5 weeks. For Tennessee, 3-2. They started 5-0, but they've lost their past 2 games. 5-2 overall, 3-2 over the past 5. Did not play well against Cincinnati on Sunday. Great game against the Steelers, but they came up on the losing side of things. And then, like I said, had to outscore the Texans, put up a bunch of points against Buffalo, shootout against Minnesota. This Titans defense can be scored on, so hopefully the Chicago Bears are able to put up some points against Tennessee this week. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to cover it all here on Chicago Bears Now. We're going to be authentic, we're going to tell you the truth, and we're going to bring you the best analysis. That is my promise to you. No one will cover the Bears better here on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button. We're about to cross 16,000 subscribers. By the time this video goes out, we might already be at 16K. I want to get to 20,000 as soon as possible, so help us out, join the movement, subscribe to Chicago Bears Now, and turn on notifications so you never, ever miss a video. The link is down below, youtube.com/BearsNow. Obviously, for Nick Foles, as we look at the quarterbacks here, up and down, right? This is kind of the story of his career. When he gets hot, he looks pretty good. When he goes into a slump, he doesn't play very good, and we see a lot of that within one game. We saw that against the Saints. At times looked great, other times could not get comfortable. That's why he's got 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. For Ryan Tannehill, he's been fantastic since taking over for Marcus Mariota early on last season. Honestly, he's played like a MVP type of candidate this year. I wouldn't put him in the top 2 or 3, but he's a second-tier candidate for sure. 67.5%, 17 touchdowns against just 3 interceptions. He's stretching the field. He's getting the ball into his playmakers' hands, and the play-action game has been really good for Tannehill and the Titans offense. So advantage Tennessee when it comes to the quarterback play in this Week 9 matchup. Who will have more passing yards on Sunday, Nick Foles or Ryan Tannehill? Type NF for Nick Foles. Type RT for Ryan Tannehill. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I could see Foles passing for more yards, but Ryan Tannehill will probably be the more efficient quarterback, because that's been the story this season. Take a look at the running backs, and not really David Montgomery's fault, but obviously advantage Tennessee here as well. Derrick Henry, really good. He's leading the league in rushing yet again, 775 yards, 8 touchdowns. Not super involved in the receiving game. That is an area where David Montgomery will have the clear advantage, obviously. But Monty played better last week, ran harder, and he runs hard every week. The problem is his offensive line doesn't always give him a boost, because as we have documented here on Chicago Bears Now, this offensive line is pretty damn bad. We'll talk about that group a little bit later, but that is your running back stat comparison right there. If you want to bet on Bears versus Titans or any NFL game, there's really only one place to do it. It's Bet Rivers. If you're in the state of Illinois, you can place a bet at chatsports.com/betil. You'll get that 100% deposit bonus when you go to that link, up to $250. They'll match it. You put down $250, they'll get you an additional $250 for free. You can sign up and deposit from anywhere, but to place a bet, you must be in the state of Illinois or in the state of Indiana. For you Indiana folks, That link is chatsports.com/betin. Again, I want to reinforce this. You can sign up and deposit from anywhere, but to place a bet, you must be in the state of Illinois or in the state of Indiana. If you don't live there, maybe you're traveling there later this year. Chatsports.com/betil for Illinois. Chatsports.com/betin. You'll get that 100% deposit match. And if you want to bet on this game specifically, over under 46.5, Titans 5.5 point favorites. I'm not going to give any betting advice on this game. I need to dissect it more. I think I like the under. Not sure how I feel about that line yet. So maybe put some money on the under with Bet Rivers at chatsports.com/betin or chatsports.com/betil. That is where you can get going with Bet Rivers. More on this matchup. Let's take a look at the receivers, the top two guys for each team. Allen Robinson, despite well below average quarterback play, he is number 6 in the NFL in receiving with 631 yards, has 3 touchdowns, including that great diving touchdown he had on Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. I thought he played really, really well in that matchup, and he continues to show up every single week for the Chicago Bears. So hopefully, Allen Robinson, you guys know what to do. Extend AR in the comment section. For A.J. Brown and the Titans, he's been banged up. He's missed some games, but when he's been out there, he's been really good. 356 yards, 5 touchdowns for the Tennessee Titans wide receiver. He's really good. He's a true number 1 receiver already at this point in his NFL career. Allen Robinson, A.J. Brown, legitimate number 1 receivers. I expect both of these guys to have big games on Sunday afternoon. So hopefully, for the Bears' sake, they can continue to get Allen Robinson involved in this matchup. You guys know what to do. Extend AR in the comment section. But who do you guys think is the better wide receiver between these two? Type AR for Allen Robinson. Type AJ for A.J. Brown. I'm going to go with AR. He's more established, more proven. A.J. Brown's really good, and he's well on his way, but I'm going to go with Allen Robinson. I think he's a legitimate top 10 receiver. A.J. Brown, though, is pretty damn good. I'm going to type my AR. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Take a look at the Bears' defense a little bit, especially these two guys. Khalil Mack, Akiem Hicks, got to get it right after Ryan Tannehill in this game. Mack's been terrific. Both these guys have combined for 10 sacks, with Mack with 6.5, Hicks with 3.5. Hicks has a bunch of quarterback hits. I think he's bounced back really well here in 2020 after an injury-filled 2019. You got to pressure Ryan Tannehill. Get in his face. He doesn't have the strongest arm. If you get some pressure on him, you might have a chance to dig into that efficiency, because when he has a clean pocket, he is really, really good, and he will dissect you up. So predict the score. I told you I would give my official pick at the end of this video. This is your time. Predict the team. Let me know who's going to win, and let me know what the score is. I'm going to go Tennessee 24-17. I don't like the way the Bears are trending right now. This offense can't get it going. They're on the road against a good opponent. I'm going to pick Tennessee in this one. I told you guys I'm authentic. I tell the truth. I got the Tennessee Titans winning this game 24-17. I hope I'm wrong. We will have to wait and see come this Sunday. But the Titans and the Bears should be one of the better matchups in NFL Week 9. I got Titans 24-17. Get your score predictions down in the comments section.